bad habits can become hidden systems. And so when we try to, like what I talked about earlier, skipping steps or like, if we're taking shortcuts, it might seem like it's harmless, but over time it compounds and it becomes a broken system. And so
sorry, my straws. Sorry about that. We are.
Did you do it too?
Yeah. It wasn't real.
Oh.
Let me try mine. Okay. So one system that we probably need on the podcast is maybe we're going to have to get rid of drinks.
No.
It's so warm.
Outlaw straws or something. But
Yeah, maybe no straws.
But yeah, so skipping steps. So this kind of is the other side of it. When you know why a system is in place, then you don't skip a step. You know why we do that. And so it's like, oh, this is important. This is the reason why we go over this. Like, okay, this is probably a really obvious one, but I'll just use it as an example, is Plan of Salvation. So Plan of Salvation is part of our system that we have, if we want to call it that. So in our script, every single week, we do Plan of Salvation. Every week. And then something I've been doing lately is I do Plan of Salvation in the opening welcome as well.
Oh, yeah.
So we're hitting it twice. But we do that every single time. And so somebody could... I just thought of something that made me pause. But anyway, somebody could look at that maybe, like you said, in the future when I get old and decrepit. Somebody could look at that and say, well, man, we don't need to do it every single week. Or maybe let's do a series and we're going to do repentance and then baptism. We're not going to cover the whole Plan of Salvation. And so there's a reason why we do it is one, there's more than one reason, but one is we have kids that come on the bus, and it may be the only time that they ever come to our Sunday school. So we want them to hear the Plan of Salvation. The other part is we want it to be drilled into our kids. We want them to hear it every single Sunday and know it inside and out. They know the Plan of Salvation. What made me pause is I thought of altar service might be a better example because there are some Sunday schools that don't do that. I mean, there might be some that don't do Plan of Salvation either. But there are some Sunday schools I know just from experience that... maybe they probably do now, but I remember talking to somebody, it's been a while ago now, probably a couple years ago, talking to somebody, and they were asking about Sunday school, and I was going through the segments, and I mentioned altar service as just one of them. I was just going through all the segments that we do, and they're like, wait, altar service? And I was like, yeah, and so we talked about it, and they're like, man, that's awesome. We've never done altar service.
Wow.
And so that one of the things, I've said it before on this podcast, is every Sunday school is different. Every Sunday school is unique. And so you might not do segments like we do. Great Sunday school that I know of didn't do offering. I think they might now, but they didn't do offering, at least not as a segment. They did it after Sunday school or before. And so that's fine. But I feel like the altar service or some kind of prayer, might be 5 kids, so maybe it's not an altar service, quote unquote, but I think it's a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
I think that you should always, now, I mean, sometimes you run out of time or whatever, but that should always be on your agenda, is to have some kind of altar service or prayer.
And like you said, like, if you have a kid and this is the one time they've ever come to Sunday school, like for them to have that opportunity, this is gonna be, if this is the only time, they're ever gonna be in an altar service.
Yes,
it could be.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the other thing is poor systems can often disguise themselves. This is really Sunday schoolish, right? They can disguise themselves as efficiency, and so it can feel faster right now, but then it can end up costing more later, so cutting corners, and it can lead to confusion, burnout, all of these things. So when there's things that there's many things that we do in different ministries, not just Sunday school, but there's many things that we do that if you start, and it really, this is so much overlaps, but if you don't know why you do it and you start cutting the corners and be like, well, this is faster or this is easier, Okay, I'm going to use another youth ministry example just because maybe it's on my mind. I don't know. But here's another example. So, lately, I have a few times been doing like, I guess it's sanctioned. A lot of times it used to happen organically, but I have promoted it and even made sure people brought their like guitar or something. But I've promoted having a little jam session after youth. So you guys, been seen that lately, and there's a method behind it. And so somebody last time we did it was trying to shut it down. Like, okay, it's time to go. It's time to leave. So I talked to them about it a little bit, and I was explaining the purpose. And so one thing is, used to be when I was youth leader, I never. Our youth goes 7:30 to 10. I never left before midnight. Now I leave. I get out of here at 10:30 sometimes.
10:01.
Yeah, 10:01.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Lock the door. Turn off the lights, y'all. We are going to bed. We're too old.
One of the things, though, is I remember back in the day, I remember we would have some jam sessions after youth, and it would actually turn into like worship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it would be powerful. And so that's like the idea behind it. That's kind of like maybe the ultimate goal. But I was telling the youth helpers, I was saying, but here's the thing is, even if it's just kind of goofing off, singing, and we get people up there that don't ever usually sing, and they're kind of playing, and we're doing music. We're doing
insert clip of Luis worshiping that one video.
Yeah. Even if we don't, it's good, wholesome fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would rather lose a little bit of sleep on Friday night and stay later and have that good, wholesome fun happening than say, you know what, we're going to start ending youth at 9:30 and then have a bunch of young people going to an after party somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? I would rather create, basically creating our own after party.
A safe environment.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good and wholesome. So that's one of those things where I guess where you could say like, let's start cutting corners. I mean, you could do it with when you're starting something too, right? It's like if people are showing up late to a meeting, and you'd be like, well, let's wait a few minutes. Well, pretty soon a 7:00 meeting starts at 7:30 or after a year's time because it compounded, and now people just don't ever show up. And now they know, well, they're not going to start anyway.
Right,
So
We were just talking about this.
Oh, really? Okay.
Preach on it.
Okay, and then the other piece of this about bad habits is in leadership, inaction or the lack of action is a decision. So the lack of action is still a decision. So when you choose, or you might not even consciously choose, right? But when you just don't do something about it, when it's, when there's, something is broken.
Mm-hmm.
And
the guitar.
Yeah. I mean, this is like, man, this is us right now. This is the disaster behind the scenes. Is when there's things that are systems that are broken, and or maybe roles that are not clear, those kind of things. It's the decline, the deterioration, and neglecting to act on them. This is me because I'm the leader of our Sunday school. Neglecting to act on that is a decision.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it like the thing, like lying by omission is still lying? It's like this saying, isn't it like the thing?
Same idea. Yeah. It's
like by not saying anything, you're still deceiving. It's still deception.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Same
yeah.
way.
So the lack of action, basically I put let's see, choosing not to evaluate or change a broken system is itself a form of leadership, just not a good one. Mm-hmm. so that is a way of leading. It's just not a good way of leading. Mm-hmm. Is when you don't have I heard something. This would probably make a good podcast. I just heard something recently. Is basically don't spend all of your time waffling back and forth and trying so hard to make the right decision. We want to make right decisions, but don't basically this point here have a lack of action and sit there and like, well, I'm not sure if that's the right decision, or I'm not sure what I should do. I'm not sure what I should do. Make a decision and then make it right.
Yeah.
So make the decision, act fast. And that's what leaders like in the business world, that's what they do. They make decisions and then pivot if you have to.
Yeah.
And they can deal with the consequences by the time, instead of waiting for forever, by the time the first person has been finally decided what to do, they've already made the decision, dealt with consequences, moved on.
Yeah, exactly.
Fixed it, made it better.
Learn from it. Yeah.
Yes.
This is so random, but this feels like a good spot to cut in for a short ad. I'm just joking. I think it'd be so fun
Brought
to do.
to you by Kidman Backstage.
I think it'd be so fun to do, like every week at Sunday school, have like a 30-second clip of like what went wrong today in Sunday school, and just every week have that, because there's something every week, and it's always so
I'll say
funny.
something from today,
and it just be a 30-second video, and just person just looking at the camera,
just straight into the camera, dead face.
Today I got up on the stage broke, or like I don't know.
This isn't necessarily like, I don't even know if you know this. So we did Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yes.
And you guys were behind the wall, and they all took their wigs off and were holding them up.
Oh, that's really funny.
And then I threw them another wig for the fourth man.
Yeah, the white.
Who was holding it? Miles.
Brennan, I think.
Brennan. Okay, well, his hand, like, you've seen his hand.
Oh, no.
Like, his fist was like this, and the hair was over it, but his hand was over the top.
Oh, no.
Oh my word.
And all the kids were like,
wait, what?
a second.
I was like,
A fourth man, but his head is really weird.
He has a very skinny neck, and his hair is hanging down to
Covering
his,
over his eyes.
coming over his
He needs a
leg.
haircut.
Hey, so you reminded me of something, though. Do you remember a few years ago at Peak when I think you guys were both in the choir,
and the stage broke.
and the stage broke?
Yeah,
I do remember. I was just
and
telling
the
somebody about
guy's
this the
shoe
other
was
day.
stuck in the stage.
It was
There's a video.
It was in Houston. It was when it was
Yeah,
in
there's
Houston.
a video of it.
Yeah.
And the whole,
I have
and
a picture of the guy's shoe.
30 sections of guys just disappears for a few seconds.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
Like, you
man.
could feel it, because like everyone was jumping, and then it was like boom.
Yeah, it was just too
Oh,
much
man.
weight on those poor little bleachers.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We
Just
got
too
kicked
much.
off of the stage literally the next
Yeah.
day.